Welcome back to the Mulberry Book Drop. Hey, Bethany.
Hi, Sarah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, too.
How's it going so far?
It's been okay. Okay. We've been very busy.
I was going to say, do you already feel like it's flying by?
A little bit, but, we just got back to getting back into our normal routine.
Yep. We love a normal routine.
I do. I actually thrive on a normal routine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Same. Okay. Well, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Did you make any New Year's resolutions or goals? Because I know some people don't like the word resolution, but have you?
Not particularly. I suppose mine would be more goals. Mm-hmm. So I made myself a to-do list that I have the entire year to complete because it's some stuff that I was putting off from last year.
I would love to see that list at some point.
It's a pretty basic list. Like, remember that haircut that I keep saying I need to go get that I still haven't done? I really just need to schedule the appointment.
We can make that happen as soon as this episode is over.
It's, little things like that. Like, I need to do my eye doctor's appointment.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's
realistic.
It's really just adulting
that
stuff that sort of kind of got away from me just because there's been so much going on. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to write these down as my main to-do list. And at some point in 2026, they will get checked off.
Don't worry, guys. I'll hold her accountable.
Yeah. And then, I usually do my book challenge. So, of course, I'll try to read my 100 again. So.
Okay. 100. Yep. I love that. Yep. Okay. Cool.
So, what about you? Do you have any?
I do. Okay. So, remember last year, I feel like I low-key crushed my goal of reading books for the quality, not the quantity. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, I had an amazing year.
Which, if I may, when we had our first Titles with Tea meeting this year, that actually came up, was the whole, putting stuff down. And so I had told them, I was like, I'm really proud of you guys. And they were like, I read this other thing instead, and I never would have found it if I hadn't put down that other one. And I was like, I'm just, I've learned so much from all of you, and I'm so proud of you. And they were like, well, I had to put it down. You made us sign that contract. And I totally forgot that at the beginning of the year, I had that little scrap piece of paper, you have permission to put it down if you're not enjoying it. And so, it wasn't just this thing that you and I had learned. It has actually carried over to some of our
I love that.
fellow readers.
Not a contract.
It was really funny.
That's so funny. Well, this year, I really wanted to challenge myself in a different way. And I'm actually doing, it's called the Second Chance Challenge. So they're all books that I've checked out or that I've bought, which is not a bunch. But books that I either checked out, bought, and either tried to read or never got to. And I still have interest in reading it. So I'm going to give it a second chance. So I'm doing a second chance challenge. The list is very long, but I have already completed one.
I saw.
That was on the list.
It's a pretty good list, too, actually.
Thank you. Well, that's the thing. It's always stuff that's interests me or that I have checked out and just didn't have time. And I think only one of them, or maybe two of them, are books that I've already read that I don't feel like I got what I needed to get out of it to move on if it's in a series. So we're going to try it again. And hey, if we don't, we ain't moving on. And that's okay. So, so that's my challenge. And of course I have my reading challenge, which I did make only 30. I made my goal 30 books this year, but that's because I'm going back to school, and so I don't know how that's going to work. But I've already finished 3. So I'm like, okay, maybe I need to make it a little bit longer, but don't get crazy.
You can always wait until you,
True.
reach that goal first. Because, don't stress yourself out.
Right.
Reading is supposed to be fun.
Right.
We do it because we enjoy it.
Yeah.
And you're going to have stuff that you're required to read because of school.
Mm-hmm.
So, don't ruin the enjoyment aspect because you're also trying to reach this, imaginary number. We've just created this arbitrary number for ourselves for no reason at all.
I know. So I'm like, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm already 10% done. I'm just kidding. So, yeah. So I love a good, if you want to call it a goal, if you want to call it a resolution, I love a good one. Mm-hmm. A one that's obtainable. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you now, I'm not going to make one that, I run a marathon by the end of the year. If I really settled down and tried, could I? Probably. But, I don't run. And I know that you enjoy that kind of stuff sometimes. But that's not my thing. I will walk a marathon.
We could walk a marathon together.
Seems like it'll take a really long time.
But imagine the audiobooks we could listen to while we do it.
Oh, how many did you read? 14. I'm just kidding. I'd be concerned. But anyways, well, we have some exciting news. We do it every year, but do you want to talk about what our new adult reading challenge is for 2026?
I would love to. Cool. I also would like to just say congratulations to everybody who completed the 2025 challenge.
Awesome.
I was not expecting the book bracket to be that exciting for everybody. It was exciting for me.
Yeah.
I didn't know everybody else would think that this whole book March Madness idea would be as fun, and you guys did. And I think what I loved the most about it is that as they were getting turned in, there were no duplicate books for like that best book of 2025. Right, because like we were choosing what we enjoyed the most, so there was no rules for that. And I kind of thought like, oh, what if like 5 of them come back and it's all that like hot book from the year that was all over Book Talk. There wasn't any of that. They were like every genre. I mean, there was stuff on there that I was like, I didn't even know you were reading this, know? So it was really fun to see all those winners.
It was.
And so I did change up the bracket a little bit. I made it generic. So if you do still want to do a bracket on your own time, certainly ask me at the desk. I can print one out for you. It literally just says my book bracket. And then underneath there's a line where you can put in the year that it's for. So I can always get you started if you need one, because Sarah and I both agreed we were going to do it again this year anyway. But our new adult reading challenge is a declaration of reading. So what we came up with is there is 12 little trivia things kind of related to the United States because it's our big birthday this year. And then you are going to be selecting books to read that are based on that trivia. Okay. So for instance, like, one of them is like the original colonies. And so it's like reading a book that's based in one of those states. And, so little things like that. So it's just going to kind of give you direction on what to read. We did post images of it on our social media, so you can certainly go there and take a peek. And then if you are interested in getting a copy, just pop by the library. We already have them printed out on the desk. And I'm not going to say what the grand prize is for this one, but I am super excited about it. Ooh. I'm so excited. So when you do finish it and you hand it in, you will get a entry into our grand prize raffle, and it is a really good prize this year. So
cool. I'm really excited to see how people interpret it.
Yes.
So, because everyone interprets it differently. We've already had a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Like calling in, like, is this book okay? Yeah,
absolutely.
Girl. Yeah.
And we are very, like, you can read fiction or nonfiction. Like, this is not meant to be, like, you can only read historical text. Like, it's not meant to be like that at all. It's meant to be fun.
Yeah.
Audiobooks, as always, absolutely count. The only big thing is because it's an adult challenge, we do ask that you're reading, like, adult books. And usually sometimes, like, a little bit of YA can kind of slide in there because, reading level-wise, a lot of those tend to be the same. Or similar, I should say. But, so I'm excited. So contact us if you have questions, but it's called A Declaration of Reading. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see the books that people come up with.
Yeah, I'm so excited. All right, well, we're going to get to what we're going to talk about today. And I'm really excited because if you didn't know, at our library, we have a cookbook club. And we meet once a month, and we do typically have it themed. And with that theme, people can kind of interpret it however they want to interpret it. So, for example, January, we already met, and it was Clean Eats. And so hearing how, people interpreted it. So, like, our director interpreted it as cleaning out her fridge, which was really fun. And she made, like, a lemon loaf, and it was delicious. We had someone that made, like, cucumber sushi. Super good.
Which I have to say was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was so good. I cut up bananas and then dipped it in a vegan dark chocolate so Bethany could eat it. I was very excited. And on some of them I put coconut flakes and some of them I put sea salt and then put them in the freezer to freeze. Which I'm not to toot my own horn because I didn't actually have to cook anything, but they were really good. So different options. So people can kind of interpret it however they want to.
I will say when I snuck in there to get food because they were so cute. They were like, there's stuff you can eat this time.
Yeah.
And because there was also the vegan strawberry muffins, which were so delicious. And so I walked into the room to make myself a little plate and it smelled so so good in there.
Yeah.
Every time you guys have Cookbook Club, like whether I can eat anything or not, it always smells so good.
Yeah. I mean, we have people that can throw down in the kitchen.
Yes.
And I told Bethany that I was going to say this. The past couple of months, we've had record-breaking numbers. So Bethany honestly thought that it would be really cool if we were to talk about some of our favorite cookbooks, and you can kind of get like a taste of what it would be like, no pun intended, a taste of what it would be like to be in our cookbook club. And so we brought a few of our favorite cookbooks, and we're going to kind of talk about them. So and then I'm going to ask her some questions, and then we're going to play a little game. And so that's the rundown for today. All right. Do you want to start with your cookbooks?
Sure. So I brought 3 cookbooks today, and I will say I actually own all of these cookbooks, and we use them all the time. So these are from my personal collection, from my kitchen. And the first one I brought, I'm actually going to read you. Sorry if that's loud, turning the pages. I'm just going to read you really quick what it says. It says, "What is yum?" Many people complain that all their Asian dishes taste the same. There's a pretty simple answer for that. It's because a lot of people are using soy sauce to season all their dishes. Say it loud and say it proud. Soy is not the only season in Asian food.
So I mean, I do love soy sauce.
I do too, but this is a cookbook called 101 Asian Dishes You Need to Cook Before You Die, and it's by Tila. And he is actually, some of you might recognize his name, but he is a Food Network personality.
I love him.
Same. And if you're not familiar, he did compete on Beat Bobby Flay. He also, I found this online. I did not see this episode, but he was also on Guy's Grocery Games.
Yes.
I did not know that. But I did see he was a contestant on Iron Chef America, and he had lost to the Iron Chef, but then he like went back and he was like a floor reporter. So he can cook. So this book was actually gifted for Christmas. If I remember correctly, it was from my mother-in-law, because she also is a Food Network person, and she is an incredible cook. I was raised in a family though where like seasonings were salt, pepper, Italian seasoning.
Same.
I love my mom, but she cannot handle like spicy food, that kind of stuff. So very basic flavors.
Yeah.
So then I married somebody who like loves all the flavor. And so I'm just like, whoa, what are you putting in there? And so to me, soy sauce was how you flavor any sort of, wow. No, it's not. And the first thing that Sarah already was laughing at me because I have so many Post-it notes that are like sticking out of this thing.
I love it.
Yeah. I think the first thing we made out of here was drunken noodles, which was like a tofu dish. So there is some stuff in here that's already meant to be vegan. But then there's a lot of stuff that we have changed it to like make it vegan. So like our favorite thing in here that we've made a few times is like a Thai basil beef bowl.
Ooh.
And we use the vegan beef crumbles. And the cool thing with it when you're cooking at home is you can like cook up to a certain point and then you can choose your spice factor. Because like in my family, I've got 2 who can't handle any spice. My top level is like a Frank's Red Hot, right? And then you have 2 people who are like, give me all the spice. And so sometimes we kind of know where to like pause a little bit, and then once we serve it, anyone who wants a little bit more can put a little more.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
So I love this cookbook. It's so good.
Yeah. Fun.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'll go with my first one.
Okay.
And my first one was gifted to me actually by our boss because she accidentally ordered 2 of them. So she ordered 2 of them, and so I was gifted with one. And it's actually Dolly Parton and Rachel Parton George. And if those names sound familiar, they should, because sis be working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. But it is called Good Lookin' Cookin', A Year of Meals. And it's Dolly Parton and her sister. And it's just things that they grew up with. It's tips and tricks and how to host events. And, there's a whole message from Dolly in here and tons of pictures. And I'll be honest with you. The 3 cookbooks that I brought today, I have not cooked anything from. But I love looking through cookbooks. I love seeing the pictures. Beautiful. And then as I go through what the cookbooks are, everyone's going to be like, oh. So, because I am one of those people that when I look at a cookbook and I look at the recipe, I do get a little overwhelmed. Just if there's a lot of ingredients, and it's something that I'm working on. But so that maybe I can make that one of my goals this year.
There you go.
To make a recipe out of each of these books.
And you still have almost a whole year to do it.
Oh, thank goodness.
Keep us posted on future episodes.
I will. Unless it tastes terrible. Then I probably won't. Oh, sorry. If you heard that, that was me crashing the book on the table. But yeah, there's for every like holiday, they have like a whole layout and spread of what they make and like what kind of party you can do. So that's really fun. So I love it. So I was going to say, if you want to look through it later.
Oh, I looked through it at work,
okay.
and like just the cover itself brings me so much joy.
It really does. Yeah. I love it.
If I could, for your trivia, just to put in the back of your head, did I tell you what I recently learned about Dolly?
No.
That Dolly actually had a hand in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Interesting.
It was her entertainment company, but she did not want credit, like, in the
actual credits.
I know. So her name is not listed in there anywhere, but it's her entertainment company.
What?
And so in a way to give a little shout out, a little nod to Dolly Parton's birthday and Buffy Summers' birthday on the TV show are the same day.
Oh, fun.
So you can tuck that away for future trivia.
My mind is
because
blown.
Someday that might come up. I don't know.
Yeah, no, my mind is blown. Okay, well, go ahead. What's your next one?
So my next one is also a TV personality.
Oh,
I suppose you could say, yes.
Okay.
It is called I Love You by Pamela Anderson.
Ooh.
Recipes from the Heart. This was gifted to me by my sister-in-law. And she gave it to me, I think, after I read Pam's memoir. Because she did the other one called Love, Pamela. And it was a memoir from like 2023. Mm-hmm. So good. And I have a real soft spot for her. I kind of grew up with her because we would come home from church on Saturdays and my mom would be like cooking dinner and the TV would be on and it was always Baywatch.
Okay.
And so that was how I knew her. And so to me, she was just this like strong, like running and saving people. And like, so that's just how I always saw Pamela Anderson. Like that's who she was to me. And so then like, you know, when I got older to read her book and like learn all of this stuff, she really is a beautiful human. And the book is dedicated to her sons. And I really loved the inscription in here because it said, I know how much cooking at home means to you. You're good chefs yourselves. Sorry, can't talk. And when we had kids, that was one of my big things was that I wanted us to eat dinner together as much as possible.
Yeah.
And I really feel that like through this whole book. Mm-hmm. It really is so filled with love. She's an animal rights activist. She did go vegan when she was like in her 20s. And I also recently learned that she was an executive producer. There was a documentary that came out called The Game Changers, and it's all about like vegan athletes. I had watched that a couple years ago. And yeah, it was fascinating. But there's so much in here that you can make. Like there's, you know, drinks, meals, whatever. But the first thing that I made out of here, and I have since made it 3 times, and I have now promised it to you for your birthday, it is her spinach and artichoke dip. And it is like just beyond. It's so good. I don't even understand. And the first time I made it, it tells you to like squeeze a lemon over the top of it, like when it comes out of the oven. And here's not me. Is it going to ruin it? And I was like really nervous, and I did it. I mean, talk about game changer. Yeah. It like elevated it, and it was so delicious. We've made a couple things out of here, and the pictures, kind of like the one that you had there, the pictures are beautiful. The little letters, the notes. I mean, she obviously, it's just so filled with just her heart. I mean, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
How fun.
I know. Look how pretty she is.
So pretty.
I
really love
going makeup free.
Yes.
Was like everything to me.
Oh yeah. Well, like the past, like how much she's changed and like grown, especially in the last few years, and she's really kind of been brought back almost to the spotlight. Yeah. Not almost, she has. But I love it. She just seems like I don't know how to describe her, but like just like this clean, like great, like human.
Yeah. So yeah, and I feel like, especially after having read her memoir, I kind of get the impression sometimes that now she's finally getting this opportunity to be who she is versus who everybody else wants her to be. And I'm so in awe of her. Yeah. I don't know. I love her. Yeah. So.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
What's your next one?
All right, so my next one is the official Bridgerton cookbook. If you know me, you know that I love Bridgerton.
You know, like if you cook from that, you're going to have the soundtrack on in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a whole playlist.
I believe it.
Sometimes if I'm like doing homework or if I love listening to music if I'm reading like at home, and I will turn it on my TV or like my phone and I will just read. And so this one was actually gifted to me by my mom and stepdad. We were at like the Ellington Outlet Mall. And we were in Box Lunch, which if you're familiar with that store, it's kind of like a fandom store of like all these different things.
Oh, okay.
Like literally the most random stuff is in there. Like they have a little bit of Disney, they have a little bit of like K-pop, they have a little bit of anime, like just all over the place. Mm-hmm. Well, they had a Bridgerton cookbook, and when I tell you these pictures, they are so pretty. And again with the, and it also has pictures of the show, like, scattered throughout, which I love. Now, I will say that, remember when I just mentioned that some of it seems a little overwhelming? Mm-hmm. This book, I think I'm going to have to, like, work up to.
Okay.
Because some of the recipes, like, this is a crab bisque. And, obviously, like, I'm born and raised in Florida, so like our recipes are very simple. These are not. And like there's one to like how to make like soft boiled eggs, and so because I don't know how to do that. But then there's like punch recipes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I bet you could start with like a drink, like kind of ease into it with something,
Yeah, and then there's like
totally do a punch and share it with your friends or for your book club night or something.
Yeah, and then there's like the Bridgerton family Christmas pudding. I don't know if I'll do that. Some of it I'm like, but like there are so many ingredients that I'm like, this seems overwhelming. But it's okay because we're going to do it one recipe at a time. And I love looking and seeing pictures.
I'm watching her flip through it right now, and it's the most beautiful pictures.
Yes. So I'm like, and there's like a whole like Lady Whistledown Society papers, like, dear gentle readers. So, and it's like a little letter. Yeah. So I love it. I love the whole ambiance. I think in the future, I did go to a tea house for my birthday this year. And so I think one year I'm going to have to throw like a Bridgerton themed like birthday party.
Cute.
Maybe once I've mastered these recipes and I can, make that happen. So, but I mean, the cover's so pretty, and it, of course, is Netflix, Shondaland. So, yeah. So it's on the list. We're going to master one recipe at a time. How about that?
I love that.
So what's your last cookbook?
My last one is called Plant You, and it's by Carleigh Bodrug. I found her initially on Instagram by accident. So she's sort of like a recipe influencer, but she is a plant-based eater. She started a blog after her father was diagnosed with cancer, and I think that's how like her journey kind of started a little bit into that space. But I did find out when I was looking up a little information on her real quick, she was in journalism school. Like when she was in college, she was for journalism. Mm-hmm. And she was the student health reporter at her college. So I kind of wonder like if maybe a little bit of this was sort of always maybe in her. And then once her dad was diagnosed, it just sort of became this bigger thing. Mm-hmm. But what I love about her cookbook, so I fell in love with her personality, and some of her recipes are like so easy to follow. She has a website, all that kind of stuff. But the way she sets up her cookbooks is you have the ingredients and the recipe on one side of the page, but on the other, there's also like pictures of all the ingredients and then a picture of the finished dish. And it just makes it really easy to follow. So like you were saying, like, oh, it's like a lot of ingredients, it makes it feel more like, okay, wait, no, it's not that bad. I can do this. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of the impression I get from her sometimes. And then her second cookbook, I don't have this one. I've watched some of the videos, but I think it's called like scrappy cooking or something. Ooh. And so instead of throwing away all of your scraps from your vegetables and your fruit and stuff, like she shows you other things that you can like turn it into. Okay. And some of those are actually really cool. I can't lie, have not had a chance to try that yet, but no, we really love her food though. And there's one of our favorite recipes in here is a super easy tomato soup. because during marching band season, it never fails that at least like once or twice a month, that's sort of our dinner is like make yourself a quick grilled cheese sandwich and then off to the high school.
Yeah.
So the tomato soup is really good because, you know, grilled cheese is always better when it's dipped in a tomato soup.
1000%.
Yeah. But like, you know, we're not really a mushroom family. It's something that we're all still learning to eat in different ways. And like she has a burrito recipe in here that does use mushrooms, and we dice them up a little smaller than some people might. But like we're learning, and we're like it actually like tasted good, and you know, so that's exciting. And you know, so even stuff like that has helped us kind of branch out a little bit.
Oh,
but yeah, her recipes are super easy to follow. She's got a baby now. The baby's so cute. But she's married to like a hockey player. She's Canadian.
Okay.
I don't remember if I said that already. But yeah, she's cool.
And
that was my last one. What do you got?
Well, so for my last one, it is B. Dylan Hollis Baking Yesteryear, the best recipes from the 1900s to 1980s. So 1900, yeah. So he actually has 2 cookbooks because he also now has a Cooking Across America. And how I discovered him was actually during COVID. And, you know, TikTok became a thing. And I was just scrolling one day. And this random dude who, like, big personality, loud voice, had this, like, cookbook in his hand or this recipe in his hand and was like, what? This from the Great Depression, and it's a what kind of cake? Oh, I have to try it. And so he would bake these recipes basically to see if it was good or not. And then from that, he got to create a couple of different cookbooks. And I'm like, never did he probably imagine that from making TikToks of just him baking during COVID to have something to do, that it would stem all of this. So I think that's so cool. So if you hear some extra noises in the background, just know that Bethany's dog is with us today, and he is just living his best life, snoring away, and now watching out the window. But he has some big stretches too. So, you know, it's fine. We love dogs. So, yeah, he is actually, like, so cool. And he was like, you know what? We get into the habit of making the same recipes, and it's focused on baking, of course. And so him bringing back different recipes and tweaking them into how that they can, you know, fit better for now than they did whenever it was created. But I highly recommend to find him on YouTube or TikTok if you can, just some videos and watching him. I made Cookbook Club actually watch him because we did like a whole Great Depression month. And I said, oh, let's watch. And so I think we watched like 1 or 2 of his videos so they could kind of see. And I also love his kitchen. He has like the coolest kitchen. So yeah. So B. Dylan Hollis. I think he's just so cool. So, all right. Are you ready for our game?
Sure.
Okay. So we're going to run through this pretty quickly. And these are keep or toss. And they are food trends that have defined the past 25 years. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
The Instapot.
Keep.
Ooh.
I'm still learning how to use it.
Okay. Cake Pops.
Keep.
The air fryer.
Keep. We actually use it pretty regularly.
Okay. Kale.
Keep, but you have to teach people how to prepare it.
You gotta massage it.
Yes.
Okay. Pumpkin spice everything.
Keep, just so I can keep making my cake.
Okay. Yeah, it is a delicious cake. Avocado toast.
Keep.
Big fan. Big fan. The cronut, which is a croissant donut.
I cannot say that I've ever had one, and I'm not a huge croissant nor donut fan, so I would have to say toss.
Oh, I will throw down with some croissants.
Yeah.
Actually, we talked about it at Cookbook Club because we played this game in our last Cookbook Club.
Okay.
And we figured out, because I was like, I've never had one, and then I realized I have had one. Born and Bred in Lakeland, if you're familiar with Born and Bred, has a ton of them. And I said, okay, so I have. They're delicious.
Okay.
You might not like them, but they're good. Honestly, bread, for me, you can't go wrong.
I mean, I do love bread.
Yeah. Okay, the next one is hard seltzer. So we're talking about, like, the alcoholic, like, White Claws and stuff.
Toss.
So that was my face. I wish you could see the face that Bethany just made because it was the same face I made. And I was like, I don't understand why these are popular. They taste disgusting to me. But I also don't like sparkling water at all.
Same.
So, yeah, I don't like sparkling water. So I was like, well, that makes sense that I wouldn't like the hard seltzer. All right, everything bagel seasoning.
Keep.
Love. Salted caramel.
I would keep. I don't use it that often, but
Yeah, that was a toss for me. Now put some sea salt on some dark chocolate. I'll throw it down.
See?
Mason jar meals.
Ooh, I'm a little torn.
I mean, I make my overnight oats in them, so.
Yeah, I like it more for, like, the breakfast stuff, but I'm not as much of a fan. I've tried it for, like, salad or for, like, little noodle dishes before, and it's, like, A, the size of it is weird for me, but B, like, they don't sit well in the fridge quite as long. Like, they can get a little funky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baked feta pasta.
Toss, but I never liked feta.
That's funny. I do recommend that everyone go. That was a whole thing on TikTok at one point. Cauliflower everything.
I would say toss.
Okay.
And I love cauliflower. But I've never enjoyed, like, cauliflower pizza, like the crust.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No.
But, like, if you want to take a head of cauliflower and, like, stick it in a cast iron pan and, like, roast it or do cauliflower steaks, like, we've done all of that before. I mean, I can, yes.
Okay. Plant-based everything.
Keep.
Cupcakes. That was like a whole thing. Like all those cupcake shops appeared.
Yeah, I love a cupcake. It's like the perfect size. So, you know, sometimes like when people make a cake, depending on if it's like a layered cake or, you know, the frosting, if they cut it and they cut the slice too big, like a cupcake's just the right size.
Yeah.
It's already a perfect size.
True. I'm not the biggest cupcake fan. It just depends for me. What about frozen yogurt?
I'm not a huge frozen yogurt fan.
Okay. I would rather have frozen yogurt over ice cream actually. So it doesn't feel as heavy to me.
Well, see, and now I don't eat dairy ice cream. Mine's always like coconut based or whatever, so it doesn't feel as heavy anymore.
Okay. What about meal kits? And so this is talking about like the Blue Apron, like stuff like that.
I understand why people like it, but for me it would be a toss. I love cooking at home.
Okay. Banana bread.
Keep. I love banana bread.
Same. Espresso martini.
Toss. I'm not a fan.
No. Okay, I'm
sorry.
I'm not like a drinker, but if I have a drink, usually it's on a cruise ship. It'll be a espresso martini or a lemon drop martini, or now my new favorite, a lavender patch martini. So
Okay.
I know I'm fancy, but I do love an espresso martini if it's a good one. What about zoodles, which are zucchini noodles?
I actually do not like zoodles.
Ah.
Yeah. I've tried them a couple times. I just don't like them.
Okay. What about...
That might be the Italian in me. I need like...
the pasta.
I need a legit pasta noodle.
Yeah. Oh, that's real. What about jalapeno poppers?
I was never a huge fan, so I would say toss, but my family would probably kill me.
I love them. Like, I'll literally pop them. Like, I will eat them like candy. What about microwave chocolate cake?
I have tried that, and it did not work. Toss.
Okay. I don't think I've ever tried it. Quinoa salad.
Ooh, keep. I love quinoa.
Okay. Greek yogurt.
Toss. I don't like that.
Oh, and that's the only yogurt we eat. Oh. That's so funny. Like, I make, like, sauces and stuff with it. Bacon everything.
Old Bethany, like, early 2000s Bethany would have said keep, but, like, nowadays, no.
Okay. Pickle everything.
Toss.
I love pickles.
I know, and this is coming from me who just made the pickle soup.
You did.
I did.
Okay. Cold brew coffee.
Confession. I've never had a cold brew.
It's pretty strong. It used to be all I made at home.
Nope.
So, okay.
I like just my single cup, my dark black warm coffee.
Okay. And last one, sourdough bread.
Keep all the bread.
Keep. Oh, yeah, bud. All right. So, my brother just came out. Sorry. All right. So, one more question before we skedaddle on out of here. Are you ready for it?
I am.
What are you currently reading?
I'm about 20-ish% into it. I just started The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. It's for one of my book clubs. Oh. And it's adorable so far. Like, the characters seem like they're going to be really cute and fun. Mm-hmm. I'm getting some, like, found family vibes kind of coming in. So I think that's going to become more, prevalent within the story, perhaps. But it's fun. Mm-hmm. It's lighter. So I'm excited to see where it goes. Yeah,
I actually did that one for my book club outside of work, and we all enjoyed it.
Oh, good. So that's good to know.
It was a good read.
What are you reading?
I am reading The Poppy Fields by Nikki Erlick, I think is how you say her last name. I'm almost halfway through, and this is my second book by this author, and her book concepts are just mind-blowing, and I'm really enjoying it. Like, it's like the whole concept is like you're grieving and you can go to a place called the Poppy Fields and they like put you to sleep for a month, and then when you wake up you're like healed from it, and you're not, you know, like really like still like heartbroken. So I'm curious to see. I'm almost halfway there, and there's a group of people that are like on their way there. So
Okay.
we'll see what happens.
So when this one first came out, because I've also read both of the author's books, a couple people told me not to read it.
Oh.
Because they were like disappointed. And I was like, well, but I really liked her first book. Like, I'm still curious. And I read it and I enjoyed it. But now, thinking about it, because of the title and the poppy flowers and the going to sleep and the movie Wicked and the Wizard of Oz, I think people were expecting some sort of like more of a connection with that concept, because I don't know when all of you were listening to this, but like, you know, we just had the big 2 parts of Wicked that came out. And so I think people's obsession with that story was affecting their read of this story rather than looking at it as its own story and question of what would you do.
Okay.
So I'm actually curious to go back and reread some of the reviews and see if it's starting to be like on an upswing, because I actually thought that it was rated a little bit lower than I would have anticipated.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, because I enjoyed it. So you'll have to let me know when you finish.
Yeah, I will. I'm really enjoying it so far. So we'll see what happens. Well, if you have a favorite cookbook that you want to tell us about, or what you're currently reading, or if you have any resolutions or goals for the year, we would really love to hear about them. And you can do that by emailing us at themulberrylibrary@gmail.com and share those thoughts with us. And don't forget, if you want to pick up an adult reading challenge, to come to the front desk at the library. And with that, Bethany, take us out.
Happy reading, Mulberry.